The Epic of Gilgamesh, Chapter 6, The Return. Utanpishtim said, "As for you, Gilgamesh, who will assemble the gods for your sake, so that you may find that life for which you are searching? But if you wish, come and put it to the test. Only prevail against sleep for 6 days and 7 nights." But while Gilgamesh sat there resting on his haunches, a mist of sleep like soft wool teased from the fleece drifted over him. And Utanpishtim said to his wife, "Look at him now, the strong man who would have everlasting life. Even now the mists of sleep are drifting over him." His wife replied, "Touch the man to wake him, so that he may return to his own land in peace, going back through the gate by which he came." Utanpishtim said to his wife, "All men are deceivers. Even you he will attempt to deceive. Therefore bake loaves of bread, each day 1 loaf, and put it beside his head, and make a mark on the wall to number the days he has slept." So she baked loaves of bread, each day 1 loaf, and put it beside his head, and she marked on the wall the days that he slept. And there came a day when the first loaf was hard, the second loaf was like leather, and the third was soggy. The crust of the fourth had mold, and the fifth was mildewed. The sixth was fresh, and the seventh was still on the embers. Then Utanpishtim touched him, and he woke. Gilgamesh said to Utanpishtim the far away, "I hardly slept when you touched and roused me." But Utanpishtim said, "Count these loaves, and learn how many days you slept. For your first is hard, your second like leather, your third is soggy, the crust of your fourth has mold, your fifth is mildewed, your sixth is fresh, and the seventh was still over the glowing embers when I touched and woke you." Gilgamesh said, "What shall I do, O Utanpishtim? Where shall I go? Already the thief in the night has hold of my limbs. Death inhabits my room. Wherever my foot rests, there I find death." Then Utanpishtim spoke to Ushanabi the ferryman. "Woe to you, Ushanabi! Now and forevermore you have become hateful to this harborage. It is not for you, nor for you are the crossings of the sea. Go now, banished from the shore. But this man before whom you walked, bringing him here, whose body is covered with foulness, and the grace of whose limbs has been spoiled by wild skins, take him to the washing place. There he shall wash his long hair clean as snow in the water, and he shall throw off his skins, and let the sea carry them away. And the beauty of his body shall be shown. The fillet on his forehead shall be renewed, and he shall be given clothes to cover his nakedness. Till he reaches his own city, and his journey is accomplished, these clothes will show no sign of age. They will wear like a new garment." So Ushanabi took Gilgamesh, and led him to the washing place. He washed his long hair as clean as snow in the water. He threw off his skins, which the sea carried away, and showed the beauty of his body. He renewed the fillet on his forehead, and to cover his nakedness gave him clothes, which would show no sign of age, but would wear like a new garment till he reached his own city, and his journey was accomplished. Then Gilgamesh and Ushanabi launched the boat onto the water, and boarded it, and they made ready to sail away. But the wife of Utanpishtim the far away said to him, "Gilgamesh, come here, wearied out. He is worn out. What will you give him to carry him back to his own country?" So Utanpishtim spoke, and Gilgamesh took a pole, and brought the boat into the bank. "Gilgamesh, you come here a man wearied out. You have worn yourself out. What shall I give you to carry you back to your own country?" "Gilgamesh, I shall reveal a secret thing. It is a mystery of the gods that I am telling you. There is a plant that grows under water. It has a prickle like a thorn, like a rose. It will wound your hands. But if you succeed in taking it, then your whole hands will hold that which restores his lost youth to a man." When Gilgamesh heard this, he opened the sluices so that a sweet water current might carry him out to the deepest channel. He tied heavy stones to his feet, and they dragged him down to the waterbed. There he saw the plant growing. Although it pricked him, he took it in his hands. Then he cut the heavy stones from his feet, and the sea carried him and threw him onto the shore. Gilgamesh said to Ushanabi the ferryman, "Come here and see this marvelous plant. By its virtue a man may win back all his former strength. I will take it to Uruk of the strong walls. There I will give it to the old men to eat. Its name shall be The Old Men Are Young Again, and at last I shall eat it myself, and have back all my lost youth. So Gilgamesh returned by the gate through which he had come. Gilgamesh and Ushabti went together. They traveled their 20 leagues, and then they broke their fast. After 30 leagues, they stopped for the night. Gilgamesh saw a well of cool water, and he went down and bathed. But deep in the pool there was lying a serpent, and the serpent sensed the sweetness of the flower. It rose out of the water, and it snatched it away, and immediately slowed its skin and returned to the well. Then Gilgamesh sat down and wept. The tears ran down his face, and he took the hand of Ushabti. O Ushabti, was it for this that I toiled with my hands? Is it for this I have wrung out my heart's blood? For myself I have gained nothing, not I, but the beast of the earth has joy of it now. Already the stream has carried it 20 leagues back to the channels where I found it. I found a sign, and now I have lost it. Let us leave the boat on the bank and go. After 20 leagues, they broke their fast. After 30 leagues, they stopped for the night. In 3 days they had walked as much as a journey of a month and 15 days. When the journey was accomplished, they arrived at Uruk, the strong-walled city. Gilgamesh spoke to him, to Ushabti the ferryman. Ushabti, climb up onto the wall of Uruk, inspect its foundation terrace, and examine well the brickwork. See if it is not of burnt bricks. And did not the 7 wise men lay these foundations? 1/3 of the whole is city, 1/3 is garden, and 1/3 is field, with the precinct of the goddess Ishtar. These parts and the precinct are all Uruk. This too was the work of Gilgamesh, the king, who knew the countries of the world. He was wise. He saw mysteries and knew secret things. He brought us a tale of the days before the flood. He went a long journey, was weary, worn out with labor, and returned, engraved on a stone, the whole story.